Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today I'm coming at you with another controller review. This time, the Split Pad Pro by Hori. Specifically, I have the Mega Man version, so this is the box. Now, I bought these because I kind of wanted something a bit more comfy. I don't play my my Switch in handheld all that much. Alright, so that's not something that I do a lot of, but Hori, I do have another controller which I need to get around to reviewing at some point. But yeah, I thought I'd get some of these and try them out, and so that's what I did. I have the Mega Man one, so this is the left part of it. As you can see, very, very nice, classic Mega Man. I think that's all Mega Man 1 characters on there, I think. No, that's Mega Man 2, isn't it? And then this is the other side of it as well. So in comparison, this is what my Switch is currently looking like. We have the smaller ones, and then you can see the size difference there. It's quite chunky in comparison, and also if you look at it from this angle, you can see they're a lot bigger, which is what we want. Now, I am going to have a hard time showing off gameplay because I have no way of capturing the Switch while it's undocked. But let's talk about these then. So they are just holding them. They feel significantly bigger. They feel bigger and just in your hand. For people that probably have bigger hands, Joy-Con normally are kind of hard to use. Let's just slide them off. I'll show you what it looks like on the console. One thing these things don't have is a battery, so they will use the battery on your Switch, but they slip on just like that, and that's what it looks like with the controllers attached. Now, as you can see, it does make it feel bigger, but these things feel just nicer to hold. They have that curved edge there on both sides. You also have an L and R button back here, or whatever they decide to call them, FR, FL, which are programmable, so you can stick them on any button. But yeah, essentially this is what it looks like. It feels it adds a bit of weight to the to holding it and stuff, but it feels really, really good. So let's start with the let's have a look at the joysticks, and then what are the joysticks like. Ooh, they move, they travel very nicely, very, very easy travel. They definitely feel good to move around. You can see that there. They're clicking quite nicely as well. I'd say these are pretty good compared to a normal Joy-Con. Ooh, they're much better than, I didn't realize how, because these are obviously very small. This feels better. This feels like a much better. There's tension there as well, so it resets nice and easily. They're very good. I like them. I don't know if they're as good as a Pro controller, but for what they are on this, they feel really, really nice. D-pad's okay. I don't think it's anything special. It is slightly raised on each side, but nothing crazy there. But it feels good. I don't think you're gonna miss inputs. I don't know if I'd use it for a fighting game or something like that, but it's clicky, which is good. We've got the turbo buttons, which are rubber. There and there. We also have a sign and turbo. So sign is for sorting out the back buttons. And these, by the way, feel quite nice. They're not. You're not going to accidentally hit them. Where my fingers sit, they're on top of them. You're not going to accidentally hit them, but they are easy to press when I want to. But I'm not pushing down on that area, which is good. The plus and minus, by the way, also rubber. So you have rubber buttons for everything except for your main buttons and your pads. The face buttons are okay. They're not amazing. The A button, you can probably see, is quite raised compared to the X button and stuff. So as it's curving off, you get more of this button showing. They're good enough. They're good enough what they do. I wouldn't say they're anything special. So, so what you're getting so far is decent sticks, an okay D-pad, and then fairly decent buttons. In comparison, yeah, like these are obviously really small on the Joy-Con versus these, which are much bigger. So you've got more place to put your finger to push down on these buttons, which is good. And then we've got the triggers. So we've got L and R here, which, oh, they go in further than I was expecting actually. Oh, they feel quite nice. They're much better, again, much better than these, because these are just like very clicky. These actually have a little bit of travel time, and they're quite big and they feel nice. What about these ones? Okay, so the ZL and ZR buttons are probably, they're okay. Are they better than these? Similar-esque, for sure. Nothing too crazy with those, but I don't hate them. It's just they don't. I like my buttons to be a bit more analog at the back, so they come down a bit more. But they're not as good as the Pro Controller ones. These days have a bit more a bit more click to them, and a bit more like a little bit more travel time. But the LNR, yeah, real nice. Really like those. So you are missing. I don't think there's any rumble functionality in these. Can it turn the switch on? Let's try. No. So because there's no battery in it, so it's not going to work, is it? But let's turn the switch on a second. Let's. So this is kind of hard to see, but like all working fine there. Both the analog sticks working fine. I don't know how I'm going to show this. I'm currently playing Tears of the Kingdom, so I don't really want to spoil anything to anyone. Let's see. I think in terms of like using the, like showing gameplay, it's going to be a bit difficult, so maybe we skip that. But I will say, like, the buttons, try it on something like this. Like, the buttons feel good to use on this. Like, I played Smash Brothers and I've played Mario Kart handheld with this controller, and quite frankly, it's more than serviceable. So, but let's turn that off. Yeah. So, what do I think about the controllers? In compared to a normal Joy-Con, I think these are much better. I think these are there is no rumble. There is no batteries in them, so they will charge off of this. Means that this will probably drain quicker. But what you lack in rumble and in, you know, gyro and stuff like that, you gain in a much more comfy to hold mobile play. You get better, bigger joysticks. You get better LNR buttons. Your face buttons are bigger as well. You do have the assigned ones at the back, which is this is becoming commonplace for a lot of things now, having extra assigned buttons. And you obviously have turbo as well. I'm not a big fan of turbo. I don't really ever use it, but it is there. It's a function. See if I'm missing anything. So no, like that's what you get with it basically. I will say I like Hori's products. I have very early on I bought a extra controller, which is a Hori pad, which I will have to show off soon, and I think that controller is really cool. But I think these here are flipping awesome, and I think for people that want to have long journeys or want to play with something that is bigger than these things, then like this is a really good alternative. They do have a slightly smaller variant now. I think they're like Split Pad Pro Minis or something. I can't remember what they are. But all in all, I think if you want to play, or you do play a lot... oh, by the way, this is textured on the back, so it's quite grippy. So it's like there's a raised material. I don't know if you can see that. I think the camera's going to pick it up. Raised material, but it is very nice. I like it a lot. But yeah, I think if you are the sort of person that plays a lot on the go, and you need something a bit more comfortable, you do have grips and things like that, but I do think that these controllers are better. And I have well, because of like drift and things that happen with these, I mean, all my sets of Joy-Con keep breaking, so having something like this, yes, they are not as portable, and you probably need a bigger case to carry them in, and they are cheaper. I think this cost me £35 or £40 versus Joy-Con, which are about 50 quid for a pair, I think, in the UK anyway. But all in all, if you want to play a lot on the go, if you want something that's more comfortable, that's less likely to have drift, then I think these are a hell of an alternative. There are other options out there which I need to check out. Like, I know that you can get like Joy-Con like this that are done by Hori that have a proper D-pad and things like that. But for me personally, having something that's just a bit, adds a bit of weight, is a bit more chunky, rather than my hands being like, you know, using these dinky little things, which realistically, while this is a cool idea, they are not the best design when they're on there. But these feel like I'm actually holding a proper controller, which is great. So yeah, there you go. That is my thoughts and sort of a review of the Hori Split Pad Pro. Yeah, they're called Split Pad Pros. If you are someone who plays a lot on the go, get some of these. I think you'll be doing yourself a service and having a much better time than using regular Joy-Con. So there you go. So, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, if you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more content, then hit the subscribe button. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below in the description, as always. And until next video, I will see you then.